Let's talk about love, health and wellness, transformation, yeah, we got it. Discuss your breakthroughs, national issues. This show will take you there, yeah. Taking it step by step, living your best life yet. Getting stronger and living longer. Let's figure out the questions for ya. I need a little
Hey guys, welcome back to the conversation. Hope you all are enjoying the show. Of course, we are shifting and doing some other things. Guys, I still want you all to stick around because this concerns you as well indirectly. You would need to pay attention, though, to this next segment. But before we continue, today's show is being brought to you by Spa of Eden, West Bay Street. Listen, you talk about the most wonderful, incredible, new age kind of treatments for wrinkles and age spots and sagging skin. Cellulite, just a whole lot of stuff that you would be so proud of. And don't forget also the wonderful products and skincare products I've talked about now for roughly a year. They are really, really super. That's what part of this whole glow up about here. 322-7785. Baja Gala, big hello to you. Tanisha Carey, 803-3732. To this piece that I'm wearing that everybody complimented me on. Yes, absolutely. Tanisha does that and a lot of other things. Also, big hello to you, Dairy Queen. Hi, Dairy Queen. 6 locations around the island. They have sandwiches. They can make you a nice veggie sandwich, whatever you want. Of course, those ice cream cakes are really awesome as well. But yeah, you want lunch? Check out one of their sandwich, one of the nice sandwich combos. Really awesome, really cool. And Eye Candy Makeup Studio. Hello to the ladies in Harbor Bay. It's good to have you all on board. Thank you all very, very much. Big hello to Bossman Al Capone in Barbados. Says, here in Barbados is chilly. Listen, Bossman, we were expecting a big cool down last night. I just wondering, in Nassau that is, in the Bahamas, but Freeport, as you can see, they got it. We still wondering, okay, where is cool down? It's sort of there about this much, but where it is, where it's 60-something degrees, we were promised. Where? But yeah, absolutely waiting on that. But hey, it's good to have you streaming from in Barbados. Dora in Freeport, Chenna, just to the last segment, she says she's agreeing with Jethro. Agreed. My mom always taught my siblings and I that charity begins at home. Absolutely. And so we are going to shift gears now. My next guest is here, and she represents an organization, Women's Haven, and you're going to hear what that is about exactly, and how she plans on in 2020 offering, I guess, a better alternative,
Yes.
to women, particularly with intimate needs. That's how I'll put it until we introduce everything and explain everything and lay out everything. Welcome to the conversation. It's wonderful to have you here.
It's good to be here.
Please introduce yourself to us and just give us a little bit of information about who you are.
My name is Meredith Johnson. I'm the co-founder of the Women's Haven. We are a company that's based on providing organic products to female care for their sanitary needs. So we started in about 2017 in the Cayman. That's where my business partner is located.
And Cayman Islands.
In the Cayman Islands.
Okay.
And from there we've been growing. We came to the Bahamas, I think at the beginning of 2018, where I really said, okay, let's bring it here. And our whole mission is to tell women of the dangers of dealing with traditional sanitary pads and some of the toxins that can be found in those pads. And
I've heard about that for a handful of years now. So you're not that part is not new about the fact that we need to find better alternatives.
Correct. But see, the problem with the better alternatives usually is the price point. The price point is very high, especially if you're going to import them into the Bahamas, because you're paying you're paying shipping, then you're paying the VAT on the shipping, and then you're paying the VAT on the product imported. So by the time you land, a pack of 10 pads costs you $14.
Yeah, and people are like, hold up now, but I still might as well, because...
Correct.
But let's just talk about, let's just start at the beginning. Why is it that women need, I mean, after all, it's just maybe once a month that they need this stuff, that they use this stuff for 5 days, maybe 7, 5.5, 6 days. Why organic? Why is that so important right now?
So I will tell you about my story. So when about 4 years ago, I was living away, and I used to wake up in hot sweats. My period was not on, but just hot sweats. And then when my period was on, it was the worst time in the world. Like nauseous. I had clotting. I was a miserable mess. So they put me on the pill. And I became a psychotic miserable mess because the pill, and they kept on switching the dosage. But, estrogen has different effects on different persons. And I was a psychotic miserable mess because they were trying to shorten my period. My period was up to 8 days. So you're talking 5 and 6, 7. That's good. People have the good periods. And then there are some women who are in utter turmoil during that cycle.
Wow.
Some women periods who I've spoken with and talked with, their period lasts 10. Sometimes they can't even figure out one girl.
When it starts, when it
just,
comes again.
It's just all over the place. And then it's all over the place. So they'll last 14 days and they won't see it again for the next two months. So, my instance was I saw mine every month, but it just was like 8 days. 8 days of just 5 days of clots. And I was like, what is going on? So I did the one thing that most persons don't do is research. I started looking, I was like, this can't be right. Like, I know they said that, God curse women and blah, blah, blah. But I was like, there has to be a scientific reason for this as well, because this is just not normal. And then doing my research, I found out, okay, most of the pads are bleached and not made of actual cotton. They're made of plastics and cardboard or newspaper, and they crumple up and then they bleach them to appear white.
To appear white.
So if
and
you
these things, you don't know the amount of toxins and stuff on them.
Correct.
This is what have been on store shelves for decades.
For decades. And I hear what I say, decades. These pads just found themselves in the last, century. Like, this isn't what women used. They used wool. They made it themselves.
Yeah, the women made their product
it
themselves.
Was correct. So it was organic. So they...
True.
Right. So the bleach, some women are not as allergic to the bleach in the pads, and some women are deathly allergic to it. And fun fact, the vagina is just as absorbative as your stomach. You can get drunk from your vagina. You can get high from your vagina.
Well, it was what's the? Anyways, keep going.
So and actually that was found out. I think not found out, but they always knew that, and it became a big thing where these college girls were drinking and doing these instead of chugging from your stomach,
right,
and then they
decided the other entry
could work.
Whoa, okay.
So after discovering that, they had these organic options, and so we said, okay. I was like, okay, let me go to Whole Foods, and Whole Foods had this brand there, and I started using that, and I noticed a real reaction in my period.
So hold on, wait a minute now.
So I came off the pill.
You had no fibroids or anything?
No.
Just 8 days of torture.
Torture for nothing.
No reason.
So I thought I had fibroids, and I went and he's like, no, you're clear. And I paid for this exam to find out I was clear.
Wow. So you decided that you just thought after reading up and researching, you're right, not many people are going to say, wait a minute, is it the sanitary napkin? Nobody's going to think like that. They just think whatever, it's how they are. Mm-hmm. And so the thing is, but you read and researched, then went to Whole Foods and you found something.
And my question was, why do they have organic and then regular pads? What's the difference? Why offer organic pads if something isn't wrong with the traditional pads, right? And then, of course, your period is very well contributed to your lifestyle as well. So if you eat a bunch of cheese and drink
dairy and all that stuff, okay,
your period is affected by that. But at that time, I was in the best shape of my life.
What were you eating?
I was I was near, I was on the Whole30 all the time. I'm eating vegetables. I was in shape.
Very close to being plant-based.
Plant-based. I was very close to being plant-based, and I still was having this reaction during my period. So the first thing was I got off the pill. So no more psychotic Meredith, mood swings Meredith. I was like, okay, that's the first step. And then the second step was, okay, I'm going to try organic. It didn't happen right away. So the first time I used it, I was like, ugh. And those organic pads were not that absorbative. So I was changing them bad boys on the dime. And then the second month, I said, let me stick with it. And I noticed that my period sort of lightened up and got less irritating.
How about the pain and all that?
The cramps weren't as bad. I could sort of go someplace and not be disheveled on the way out.
This is the second
month. By the third month, my period went down to 7 days, and I thought that was
Miraculous.
Right. I was like, oh, this is what regular people feel like. And then by now, like, my period is a strong 5 days. And I mean, like, that's only 3 days really of bleeding and 2 days of just like, So that's where I am now.
Wow. So what about what are the benefits it is for people to change? Because, habits are something that is almost like you do automatic. You could just reach without even looking and just reach. Why is it so important for people to change their habits of going on the store shelves, buying, say, for example, the other brands that are on the store shelves versus the brand that you're going to introduce us to?
Well, it's not really a habit. It's what do you want for yourself? Like, we will purchase. This is the funny thing about people. We will purchase the best hair. We will purchase and go out of our way to purchase the best hair. We will purchase the best. Oh, I only go into this nail salon because she does the gold-plated acrylic. But when it comes to our health, we're a little taken aback by it.
Trying to find the cheap way out.
The cheap way out. And so it's so funny to watch us maneuver our life like that, Oh, going healthy is, even you telling someone, I want to go on a plant-based diet. But it's so expensive. But if you...
The alternative.
Correct. Would you rather go plant-based and maybe save yourself or pay doctors the money that they will call you for relentlessly for? Mm-hmm. So it's all about choices. So it's not about breaking a habit, it's what you choose for yourself.
Now, what are some of the differences you've seen in women? You told your personal story. How about other women, whether they be here or Cayman Islands that you and your partner introduced it to? Oh, 11. What are some of the improvements and whatnot that they've seen?
The first thing is the cramping and the smell. The smell, because the pads actually absorb. And so usually most pads, it sits on the top if you have a heavy cycle. And that's what contributes to the smell. And so, yeah, that was the first thing. Mm-hmm. And then the second thing women say is, their period eventually gets lighter in the end.
Yeah. Inga asked, how about fibroids? Do they help with fibroids somehow?
The fibroids? Well, we start off by saying we're not medical professionals, but so there are two types of fibroids. If someone knows, if I don't know what, if I talked, and then doctors don't have good bedside manner these days. There's two types of fibroids. There's the fibroids that are in the inside of the uterus, and then sometimes on the out. The ones on the inside, they won't bring it down, but if you continue to detox and do steams, those vaginal steams that got really popular, they actually help in the reduction of the fibroids. So it helps with the period pain that way. It won't get rid of it, perhaps. Maybe we'll get rid of it if you change your diet and do the steams and the cleansing, but it definitely reduces the size of the fibroids.
Dora says, was this scientifically proven?
Which part?
I'm not sure exactly, Dora.
Okay, so with the pads, in terms of what it's made of, yes. They definitely prove that, and it's not FDA regulated with the type of material it's used out of. So a pad can be made of any type of material. As for the pill, everybody's body is different with the pill. Some people swear by the pill because it helped their period. It didn't do that for mine. So that, like I said, that was my personal story. So if the pill helped you, power to you, but I choose not to. I'm good without it.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, so what is, you see she had to stop using it, she said, because of the weight gain, right? Pearline says, what about panty shields? Is that also not a good thing?
Panty shields is a hit or miss. So the average woman sweats and they sit all day. And then they want to wear nylon panties because they're sexy. A panty shield is basically to help if you have excess discharge, which shouldn't be the case all the time. Mm-mm. You must have excess discharge the week before your period when your body is getting ready for your cycle to come. So if you have a constant excess discharge and you're trying to save your underwear, then you wear a panty shield. But then you need to wear a cotton underwear and a cotton-based panty shield. And a panty shield that doesn't have an adhesive where the air can actually flow to the bottom. So a food-grade adhesive, which is what our panty liners are made of. Oh, you
carry panty shields as well?
Yeah. It has a food-grade adhesive at the back of the panty shield, which is breathable. So if you're going to go with a panty shield to be breathable, cotton-based, and you have to wear cotton underwear if you're going to go with a panty shield.
Yeah. My special guest today, Meredith
Johnson.
Johnson from the Women's Haven, and she is a part of an international group. You heard her talk about introducing these products to Cayman Islands in 2017. Any testimonies come out of the Cayman Islands?
Yes,
What-
Cayman
what
Islands
are
is
they?
where actually that's our I would call that our home base because she has made it into every food store in the island because the whole island are believers now. The women have definitely given tremendous feedback because they're a little bit more receptive. And the minute they see a change and they see something that's new that could help, they run to it.
What are some of the things you've been hearing?
So my favorite one is it doesn't stink anymore. For the oil, it has a little tingle, and they think that helps with their sexual intercourse because it all can be used as a lubricant. That's our bestseller, actually. And
Well, you have to break up. You have to kind of give an.
Yes,
you have to really go through the
Each
products
products.
of what's here. Well, not
Yes, I
yet.
will.
Not yet.
Okay.
The next segment, because we need to know what you have on this
Yes.
table. You talk about oil that enhances sexual performance and all this stuff. Yeah, we certainly looking forward to hearing more.
The menstrual cup is something that most women will not touch, but that's one of the best products in the Cayman in terms of feedback because it's less messy. You don't have to see every time you use a bathroom the blood when you use a menstrual cup, and it stays in longer. So
Listen, so we are going to take a break. Meredith is going to go and shift from here to there because what she is going to do is give a demonstration and really talk about each product that she has on the table. So don't go anywhere. Women's Haven with Meredith Johnson comes back here on The Conversation right after this. Stay close.
Let's talk about love, health and wellness, transformation, yeah, we got it.
Thank you very much, Sean Innes, who is working alongside me today, and also Robert Johnson. Thank you as well. Robert is manning the cameras. And so welcome back to The Conversation. We are talking women's health and particularly women's intimate health at that time of the month. And talking about, it's nothing new to me to hear, that it's really in a woman's best interest to change her habits each month in terms of the products she uses, et cetera. For decades we've been seeing the familiar names on the shelves and using those, but you when you know better, you do better. Yes, that's how the saying goes. When you know better, you do better for your own health, particularly vaginal health and all of that, all those organs in that area. These products that Meredith Johnson from Women's Haven have been talking about since really at the top of this hour are promising to, number one, alleviate pain, lessen a heavy flow, and also just bring an overall better experience during your time of the month. Meredith, I know that you are now at the other end of the table and you have a ton of stuff, a ton of product because the line is extensive to really kind of share with us.
yes, Shenique, I want to start with to show you is the menstrual cup. We talked briefly about it. This is the menstrual cup. So the menstrual cup is one of the least amount, persons don't necessarily like it, like I said, but it has some of the best rave reviews. You asked about how people felt about the product. No mess. I woke up in the morning and my sheets weren't in total ruin.
Oh, wait a minute. So, because I was saying, what you do with this menstrual cup? Hold on, wait.
I will
so,
show- Correct. So let me show you exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Also, you don't have to see it. Like you only see it when you take it out, and even then, you don't have to see it. You just take it out and tip it into the toilet or the tub if you're showering. So, how to insert the menstrual cup? You simply fold it like so, and you fold it again. In the shape of a frown or a smile, depending on how you want to look at it. And then what I typically do is put my foot on top of the side of the tub, and I just slip it in, and it will open.
Oh, it opens. Okay, so that will open on its own.
It opens
once
on its
inserted.
Own. Once inserted, and then it collects the blood on the inside. And this is a good way to see how your cycle is faring as well, because it has markers on the inside, so you can basically see how much blood you're excreting every month. The typical female is about between 50 and 80 milliliters of blood in a 24-hour period. So you get to see if your cycle is super heavy. You can even see how bad you're clotting because the clots will collect here. What my favorite thing and, well, the best review we have is you can use it if you're swimming. If you're a swimmer or you typically
So maybe a lot of swimmers prefer that.
correct. It's because it doesn't. It's not, unlike
Especially
the tampon,
competitive swimmers.
Unlike the tampon, it doesn't get wet, so it doesn't soak up water from the underside as well. Because it's basically TPE, the same material used for like fake knees and stuff. It's a thermoplastic polymer, and it's just like
So is that organic, that material?
It's medical grade.
Medical grade.
And what is organic about it is it lasts for 5 years. It contributes the least amount to the waste problem.
What lasts for 5 years? This one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Who, you have to use that over and over again?
Yes, ma'am.
What else you have?
Come on, y'all.
No, there are some people who like that because I've never seen it, but I've heard people talk about this cup.
Yes.
The cup period. I've never seen it, but now that I see it, okay.
And it comes in a cute little container.
Yeah, really cute, nice, yeah. Real cute little bag and everything. Yeah, nice.
A little bag, you just slip it in. So our next product I'm going to talk about is the tampons. I'm going to do a brief demonstration with that as well.
Okay.
These tampons are fully biodegradable. Even the packaging is biodegradable. Now, these tampons, I would admit that they're not as absorbent as as the other brand of tampons. But what I would say is these are actually better for you. They leave the least amount of debris in your body.
Wait a minute, the other tampons leave debris?
So we're going to go through that right now.
Okay.
So I have 2 jars of water here for you. And what I'm going to do is place the Top Organic, which is the brand that Women's Haven carry, in the water. And then I'm going to place everyone's favorite in the water. And I'm actually going to leave them in there for a little while. I'm not going to move to the next product because tampons usually in your body for how long? 3-4 hours, depending on if you're...
No, if people are overnight, like I'm sure people sleep with tampons. I think.
I'm
sure.
I'm certain of it too, but I wouldn't recommend it. So that's just...
So you wouldn't recommend sleeping with a tampon
No.
in?
Just for you to see just how... This is the Top Organic. I'm going to place the Top Organic box behind the jar that I put the Top Organic in. And then we're going to get our favorite.
Everyone's favorite, yes.
Everyone's favorite. I'm going to put that in. Okay. So we're going to let those just sit there for a while. How they would sit in your body.
Okay.
So the next product I'm going to introduce you to is, I'm going to go with our Super Pads. The Super Pads is from the whole Genial Day line, which is, it comes in super, regular, and overnight.
Oh, wow.
Overnight,
so
postpartum.
Various sizes.
Correct.
And lengths and all that stuff, yes.
They come in different quantities per pack. These pads from Genial Day are eco-friendly, and I have the scientific lab results for that.
Yes.
They have a superior absorbency. They have an anion strip. An anion strip is basically...
I've heard about that. That's the thing that first of all, is like you're standing in the sun on the ocean.
Correct.
All day, and that's the thing that pulls the pain. Somehow takes the pain out from the period experience.
Correct.
And kind of pulls it out.
Correct.
Thing,
and they have upgraded this, and the upgrade we've included into our pads, the Women's Haven brand's pads.
Wow.
So the Women's Haven brand.
Yeah, I know about the negative ion. I know about that.
We now feature the graphene. Graphene is a Nobel Prize winning technology. So they had anion and they made it better. It's a carbon-based strip, and basically it does the same thing. It allows this free flow of electrons through your body, similar to that ion strip. So it definitely decreases pain. It cuts the smell.
So then it should be somewhat relaxing for you.
It's very relaxing. No skin irritation.
Okay.
No skin irritation. It's chlorine, bleach-free, because these pads are cotton. And again, we have our eco-certified certificates for that as well. So this is the Women's Haven brand. This is
it absorbent as well? I know it's that's the panty liner. Do you have any samples you can open?
Sure.
Because to show, but is it fully absorbent? Like, you know what I mean? Like
which one? The panty liner or the pads?
The pads, all of the whole pad.
Okay, so the panty liners they have minimal. So you can use it like on the first day of your period when your cycle isn't that strong. And we will be launching Women's Haven, so a Caribbean Black women brand who thought about Black women's bodies and all of that. We will be launching our own regular pads with the same superior absorbency of the Genial Day pads that we
Why Black women big A?
No.
Is that what you mean?
No, well, Black women like more coverage.
Yes.
And we also like more quantities per pack. So the Genial Day brand only had 10 in the regular per pack.
Okay, so you're going to increase it for
to
the Caribbean.
15 for the Caribbean. We had to listen to our market. That's the only response we get. That was the only negative feedback when
They need more in a
we
pack.
need more. We need more. So I'm going to do I want to talk about the oil first.
Yeah, but you have a need to show us.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the pad looks.
Yes.
So while
And while you are looking for that, where can these be found?
Presently?
What is your
presently they are found. You can shop with us online at www.womenshaven.com, or you can go to Prescription Parlor Pharmacy located on E Street South and purchase, or at Carmichael Road and purchase your Women's Haven brand pad. So those are the two locations at the presently, and they also an AML food shops. So that's Fresh Market, Harbor Bay, and I think that's Old Fort Bay. And then Solomon's Yamacraw, and in Solomon's Lucaya Freeport.
Okay.
So yes. So I am going to more than show you what this pad looks like. So this is the regular.
Yes.
These are all of your favorite brands.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So we're gonna do a little absorbency test. This is a
super. Okay.
This is a regular. So this isn't even like the super or the overnight. This is a regular Genial Day pad. First, I want to take note is the packaging. You know, you put your pad in your purse, and as soon as it hits your purse, and you put your wallet on top of it, the sides open, and you have to throw it away.
Yeah, because it's dirty.
It's dirty on the inside. You will
something.
not have that problem with the Genial Day packaging because the entire pad is enclosed.
Okay.
So it's purse friendly. So we're going to open this up and we're just going to rest this on its own to the side. This is how it looks on the inside. And I wish you could come over here and feel the difference between what cotton feels like and what bleach plastic feels like, what they always have. So this is always, it says 8-hour leak guard protection. So just gonna put this on this knot.
Yes.
Just put this labeling so we know which one that was.
Yes.
And then stay free. Everyone knows stay free. All right. Just gonna put this in my little handy dandy garbage bag. I'm gonna put this on the knot. And the world favorite, Kotex, the U by Kotex. Okay. So here we are. Oh. Now, as I said earlier, the average female secretes about 50 to 80 milliliters of blood a day. So I'm going to do 50.
Okay.
So I'm going to just take this off so I don't make a complete mess on your table. So what I have here is just a mix of water and paint. Now, your period blood has mucus in it, so it's a little thicker. But I use the paint just to get it a little thicker than the regular water. So we're going to put it on the Genial Day. Okay. I'm walking around and I'm washing my dishes and mopping my floor.
Working around the office.
Working around the office and my cycle is
How many milliliters is that?
50.
50.
So
5.
That's 50, like probably a 12.
So what, an average day?
12. Oh yeah, I'm a 12 to 18-hour period.
Really? Okay.
If you're healthy. Okay. So, and I'll put on my U Kotex here. Yeah, so the first thing you will notice right away,
It's sitting on the top.
it's sitting on the top.
Not much absorbency there.
No absorbency here. But fun fact about Kotex, Kotex actually has the most cotton in its pad.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And that has just been soiled.
So that's your oops at work. And you have to go home quickly. So I want to make sure I'm fair.
Yes, of course. I am watching to make sure you're fair.
This is the Stay Free.
Another oops.
So you notice Stay Free absorbs as soon as it hits the
Which is a bit better.
bit better. Bit better. So while we talked about all the countries, we are in 11 countries now.
Stay Free is still kind of sitting right there, but go ahead, yes?
So we're in 11 countries now, including Barbados, Turks and Caicos, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So we have distributors all throughout those Caribbean islands.
Mm-hmm.
And now, for always, this is the
Ooh.
one that everyone loves.
Of course.
Here we go.
Quick absorbency,
Quick absorbency. No leak guard.
but it could also pose a problem. The quick absorbency, but child, you need to change that quickly. Oh, dang, and then it's starting to just sit there. So what? It is not much room to absorb it all.
No absorbency at all.
Ah, it's just the top of it gives the appearance of, and the So let's just see now your pad that you brought here.
That's the one at the
Dang.
end. So I'm gonna start over here.
Oh, okay. Well, you really doing an experiment. Go ahead.
Start over there. I mean, we don't have to put this on this, but oh, that's not even worth that. So let me just. Oh no, you took a napkin, but you could take that back.
But that.
Okay, and now to Stay Free because that was the only one that made it through. But
Well, everyone except the sanitary napkin that you brought, which is slightly showing that it could be soiled, very slightly, all of them are ruined. You would not want to be caught anywhere.
so what
with
happens
wearing
is,
these.
which is also science, when this wetness stays, so you could change your pad. So if it doesn't absorb in anything, so obviously as soon as the blood touches it, this basically is wet. The wetness where the smell comes from. That's with the yeast infection, and that's the odor. So the drier you can stay, the less likely to have skin irritation and odors.
Yeah.
So that's the important part, and that's why it's so important to go with the organic.
Show your stuff again. Show the woman's pad again. The organic one that you brought. That I'll tell you. I watched you, the world watching you, and show the experiment. And you press that. Yeah, press on that hard. Like, wow. Nope. Yep. No. I tell you guys, y'all watched her. I watched her. Those pads do a great job. And you saying that there's an overnight size, there's a super size, and then of course the regular.
The regular, and that was a regular that I used.
That was a regular that
and
you
this
used.
was a regular always, but this was a super Stay Free, and this was a super Kotex.
Listen, that is something else. We are going to, Kizzy, I thought so as well. We are going to. What's the pad's name? What are the name of the pads again?
This is the Genial Day pads, and it's offered by Women's Haven, and it can be found at Prescription Pearl Pharmacy and AML Group stores.
Break down what AML is.
AML Group stores would be Solomon's Yamacraw. It will be Fresh Market, Harbor Bay, and Old Fort Bay location, and Solomon's Freeport, Lucaya. And Prescription Pearl Pharmacy is located on East Street South and Carmichael Road.
Yes, listen, we are going to hear more because apparently, ladies, get this, there's also an oil. What is the oil good for? We can talk about the other part. What is the oil initially for?
Skin irritation, if you have a yeast infection, helps to soothe that.
Also, it soothes the area.
Correct.
Now, ladies, not only that, once you didn't clear up that whole irritation or soreness, Meredith will tell you what else that oil is. That's all the rage in Cayman Islands and elsewhere with this oil. What the women are saying about that oil. We are going to. That was a good demonstration. I watched it. You ain't cheat. You ain't take no shortcut. We are going to take a break and come back with more of the conversation with Meredith Johnson, representing Women's Haven Group, also with these sanitary napkins that she's been talking about for the last almost an hour and gave a good demonstration for. We're going to hear more about that and that oil and whatever else she has to say right after this break. Stay close.
Life is better on the conversation. Tune into the conversation. I need a little conversation. You need
So
a
you
little.
saw Larry take the money off the teacher's desk.
Yes, Mom.
And you told the teacher.
No, Mom.
Why not?
Because Larry wouldn't want to be my friend no more.
Honey, Larry did something wrong and you need to tell an adult. You may feel bad, but it is important that you do the right thing. Nobody has to find out that you told.
Okay.
Small crimes lead to big crimes. If you see a crime, you can call Crimestoppers. It's safe and easy, and nobody knows who you are. You'll speak directly to someone in Miami or Toronto, Canada. They never ask anything about you. So be brave and do the right thing. We all need to help. Stop the crime before it's our time.
Guess what, Mommy? I feel good because I told somebody about Larry and the teacher get our money back. So pick up the phone. No one will never call you a snitch.
Call Crimestoppers Bahamas today at 328-8477 or from the Family Islands, 242-300-8477. It's safe, and the life you save may be your own.
This public service announcement was brought to you by Crimestoppers in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Hi, I am Sergeant 3150 Natalie Ranger of the Royal Bahamas Police Force National Crime Prevention Office. Be responsible while driving and walking for your safety and the safety of others. Never drink and drive. Alcohol causes a number of impairments that leads to accidents. The consumption of alcohol while driving causes blurred vision and sometimes a loss of consciousness. Drinking and driving is an offense and is punishable by law. Always wear a seatbelt. Wearing a seatbelt can save your life and it reduces the risk of serious injury during an accident. Avoid distractions while driving. Distracted driving is any activity that takes your eyes off the road, your hands off the wheel, or your mind off your primary task of driving safely. Be safe while walking. We all are pedestrians from time to time, so it is important to pay special attention to what is going on around us. Safety is everyone's responsibility, and it begins with you and me. Let us create safer communities.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Royal Bahamas Police Force in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
The views expressed on this show, interview, or program are not necessarily the views expressed by Radio Bahamas and by extension the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Let's talk about love, health and wellness, transformation, yeah, we got it. Discuss your breakthroughs, national issues. This show will take you there, yeah. Taking it step by step, living your best life yet. Getting stronger and living longer. Let's figure out the questions for ya. I need a little conversation. You need a little conversation when you need a little inspiration.
Welcome back to the conversation. This hour we are talking to Meredith Johnson from Women's Haven, and she's talking about some sanitary napkins. I'll tell you, it's nothing new because I've heard it, and I've heard it's best for women to use these types of products here. I don't think they are widely available in the Bahamas, maybe not until now, but I have been hearing about the sense in using being smart and using a better alternative, which are products like these. And that negative ion strip that has also been upgraded as well in your product.
Yes.
I understand that is incredible as well.
Yes, it is.
So you did a demonstration before the break of the various sanitary napkins that are out there compared to yours, and that was quite impressive.
So the next thing I want to show you, because we did talk about the tampons briefly.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't see it from here, but I just want to show you the amount of rayon and how much comes off of the
So this material is shedding in you.
shedding in you, and it's left in you. So unless you have the perfect cycle that gets the cleanse all that out, you're going to need a cleanser. And I don't know if we have much time. It's a Detox Pearl and a Steam we also offer. But I just want to let you take a look at how the material falls apart. Because you don't be able to see the water. Can you see the fat?
Not from here.
Okay. We'll have to come closer. But
Is that it at the bottom?
yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I see it. Yeah, I do.
So this is basically coming off into your vagina.
Dang.
Whereas if you go with a cotton tampon, like what Women's Haven offers, oops, I can't get my hand in there. Okay. Oop. It's in one piece.
It's in one piece. Yeah, you're right.
So all that stuff, that fags, because it's rayon, is get left in the vagina. And you want to talk about the oil. The oil, in addition to it helps with skin irritation. So if you have a yeast infection, you can rub the oil on. If you have some odor and you're trying to get rid of that, you can rub the oil on. But its most favorite thing, we've been called the devil. She said she didn't want any more kids because her husband loves it more than her.
Wait a minute, men use it too?
No.
Oh, the men get the sensation. Oh, he likes the fact that how she responds to it, and it helps them out.
It's sensation.
Okay.
And so this is the Uni oil, so it's great for that as well. And of course, we have these two other products that have just become popular in the market, and they're not traditional at all. And a lot of doctors don't really agree with them, but the thing about it is...
One is the vaginal steaming,
the steaming.
I've heard about it. I've never done it. I heard about it, but...
It has great effects. Every person that tries it and has the good results, they have great results. There's be the 1 out of like 100 that have an adverse reaction, which is the minimum, which is a yeast infection, and then you just use the oil. So this, as a package, is very good to purchase as a package.
Oh, okay.
So that is one way of doing when you're doing your cleanse. So Women's Haven is just wants to give you all of the alternatives that you would like to use in terms of holistic care with the steam and the pearl, and we also sell the seat to go with the pearl, so you can tuck it neatly into your toilet and have your 20 minutes of time on your own. And we have the pearl. These are alternative and holistic approaches to dealing with fibroids and irregular periods. And then we have all of this full line of products in terms of the tampons, the pads, the liners with the graphene. We also even have wipes, and in your lovely package to go.
Oh, wait a minute! You brought me a package?
Yes.
Wait a minute! Wait, what all in this package though?
So Shenique, of course, I fixing you up.
Yes, I want to know. Sean say 3 minutes, child. What in this package?
Okay, so in your package, I have the tampons, but don't leave anything behind. Got you an oil.
Yes.
You have our Nobel Prize winning graphene panty liners.
Wow. And I never even used anyway. Go ahead.
Regular pads.
Yes.
And for when you want to on the go, your wipes.
Oh, super.
And
awesome.
they're bamboo and biodegradable.
Awesome. So they cause no kind of irritation or...
No sense at all. So you can even use on the smallest child.
Oh, awesome. I thank you very much, Meredith. Thank you so much, Meredith. Please, people are asking your contact information again. And
so we can be contacted.
I thank you very much for this. Thank you.
Yes, we can be contacted at www.womenshaven.com. Again, it's www.womenshaven.com. We can also follow us on Instagram at The Women's Haven and on Facebook at The Women's Haven. They're all forums. You can directly contact us. You can also go on our website and send us a quick email at orders@womenshaven.com. That's orders, ORDERS, at womenshaven, WOMENSHAVEN.com. We also sell wholesale. So we'd like to expand and get it more accessible so people can just go to a store and pick it up off a shelf. So we also take wholesale orders from pharmacies. For instance, how we're now located in Prescription Parlor Pharmacy, where you can find the product. And that's on East Street South on Carmichael Road. And of course, at the Solomon's Yamacraw, the Fresh Market, Harbor Bay, and Old Fort Bay, and Solomon's Freeport, Lucaya. But we would love to be in more stores and make it very much more accessible for women to have access to this great product and to improve their health. And the thing about it is just not just your vaginal health, it's all tied in. So wellness.
Yes, the entire thing. Yes, thank you very, very much. Listen, I appreciate you for stopping by. That was really awesome. And also Dr. Denothra Archer at the first hour. Thank you. Sean Ennis, thank you so much. Also, Robert Johnson, thank you as well. And Facebook audience, you guys heard her contact and all the places you can purchase this stuff. Ladies, let's make a better decision, yeah? Listen, don't go anywhere. Stay exactly where you are. The ZNS Evening News at 6 starts right now.
You are listening to the program, The Conversation, with your host, Ms. Shenique Miller, here on the National Voice of the Bahamas. The time now, 6 p.m. We invite you now to stay tuned for news coming your way next over the Bahamas.